21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my house. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right. You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just Isupk sat in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact of them here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge a dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new cop smell. Made myself a target in the world of mass shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my house. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right. You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fast for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said,
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Someday you'll see just how
no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said so.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just Isupk sat in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said, sir.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Yeah. Shalom, everybody. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakatah. Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'Shem Yahushua is priest and also Thawashab of the Isupk. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible, right? The truth is that this book called the Bible has nothing to do with religion, but is the history of so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? Because we identify with the 12 tribes of Israel. This is who we are by nationality and by bloodline, right? And everything that you've been taught in Sunday school, in the Christian church, wherever you've been taught the Bible outside of the Isupk, is all a lie, right? The only way to truly understand the Bible is to come into the truth and learn it from the men of the Lord, right? This book is what can save Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, all right? So, as usual, today's the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. From 6:30 to 8:30, we broadcast live out here in Orlando, Florida. All right, so if you're in the Central Florida area, stop on by. We're in Hart Memorial Library from 6:30 to 8:30 every single Tuesday. All right, so make sure you stop on by. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in. Feel free to ask. Other than that, we'll jump into our topics. All right? All right. No sweat. So I'll give y'all some time to formulate your questions, and we'll get to our topic. All right. Also, got the sign in link. It's on the YouTube chat, so make sure y'all click on that link so you can get credit for this class. Just like any curriculum or any school courses, in order for you to get credit, you have to participate. So make sure you sign in for attendance. Also, I got the StreamYard link in the YouTube chat. Troopers, young men, young officers, anybody. You know what I'm saying? That anybody want to read? Click on that link, Baba Kasha. You know what I'm saying? Sisters alike, if you want to click on the link and participate on the live stream, feel free to do so. You know what I mean? But I definitely need some readers. So if a brother or a trooper can click on that link, let's get it rocking and rolling. All right. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. Right. For the first topic I'm going to start with, right, I'm going to touch on a few topics. Of course, there's a whole bunch that's going on amongst Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. I'm sure everybody done heard the news about the brother that passed away in Memphis due to 5 Black police officers beating him to death, right? We also got our brothers and sisters living in horrible dorm rooms and living conditions while they're out in Bethune-Cookman, right? Which is a Black college, right? We also got migrants, so-called immigrants that are being forced out of hotels in New York City, you know what I'm saying, from coming here, from crossing the border. and being used as political pawns, being traveled and separated from their family, you know, all the way up to New York. Now they're being kicked out of the hotels that they brought them in New York. You know what I'm saying? So all 12 tribes, man, we suffer in some way, somehow, right? But the main thing that we need in order to overcome this oppression is brotherhood, right? Brotherhood is everything, right? And the only way to truly understand what brotherhood is by picking up the Bible. It's the only way we're going to understand brotherhood, right? Because it teaches us how to treat each other by law, right? Not by feelings, not because you want to, or if you're in the mood today, to love your brothers and sisters, if you're Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You get what I'm saying? And this is something that we need in order to combat this hellhole. We have to gather together, right? We're weak when we're divided. When we're separated and spread apart, we become weak, man. You know what I'm saying? And our oppressor know how to pin each tribe against each other, right? Even in the midst of the tribes, they know how to pin each other, pin everybody against each other as well, right? So what we have to understand, man, brotherhood is everything, and that's the only way we can combat this condition that we in. But before we jump into those type of scriptures along that topic, I want to jump into another topic of UFOs, right? So the first scripture I'm going to jump on is Zechariah chapter 5. All right. We're going to touch on the topic of UFOs. I don't know if y'all also heard the news of how the U.S. put out statements and press statements about these unidentified flying objects, right? Called what known as UFOs, right? Classified information that the Pentagon had, that the U.S. government had, right? Confirming that it is true. Shalom, warrior. How about you?
Shalom. How about you, Shabbat?
Most High in Christ, man. Good to have you on, warrior. The water.
Likewise.
All right. You know what I'm saying? We got UFOs that's being brought up in the news, right? From I think 2020, right? Prior to 2020, it was more of a myth, right? Or sci-fi, right? We'll oftentimes see it in the movies, see like aliens or what else movies they got?
E.T.
You said the who?
E.T.
E.T. What else they got? They got Independence Day.
They got Home.
Right.
It was a cartoon movie, but it's about aliens coming on Earth.
Aliens, see, you know what I'm saying? This is something that we see often, but it's being, pushed as sci-fi or something that, possibly that's not true, right? And then now, from 2020, right, the U.S. government put out classified documents of the UFO spottings that they seen during military drills, right? During their Air Force drills, they actually seen them, right? But they kept them classified, right? It wasn't until Trump required that the Pentagon release the information and release the documents to the public, right? And now everybody's reading up on it, on the UFOs, and they finding out that there is possibly life out there, right? There's some unidentified object out there that's just flying around. But here's the thing. The Bible described that object over thousands of years ago, right? What is happening right now is not no new phenomenon, right? These things have been happening for years, right? But the Bible describes them in a certain way. We're going to find out what they are, right? Let's get Zechariah 5 and 1, Baba Kashah.
Zechariah 5:1. Zechariah 5. Go ahead.
You got it, boy. You got it.
All right. Zechariah 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lift up mine eyes and look, and behold, a flying roll.
A what?
A flying roll.
A flying roll, right? This is Zechariah looking up to the sky, and he sees an object that looks like a roll, right? So when you think of a roll, you think of something that's circular, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? He sees it in the sky, right? And he's like, what is this, right? Go ahead, read on.
Verse 2. And he said unto me, what seest thou?
Mm-hmm.
And I answered, I see a flying roll.
Right. The angel is asking him, what do you see there? And he's explaining, he's mentioning to him that he sees a flying roll, right? Read on.
The length thereof is 20 cubits.
20 cubits, right? Do anybody know what a cubit is? What measurement is that?
Slack your sir from the elbow to the tip of your fingers.
Exactly right. Get a brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? It's your forearm, right? From your elbow to the tip of your finger. That's a cubit.
So it's 20 of those.
Right, 20 of those, which is about 1.5 feet, right? From here to here should be about 12 inches. And I'll say from right here is like, halfway. So it's about like 14 inches or so. 14 or 15 inches approximately, right? But that's what a cubit. So it's 20 cubits, right? Read on.
And the breadth thereof, 10 cubits.
Right, and the breadth thereof is don't nobody know what the breadth thereof is talking about? Right, the length is 20.
Thickness.
The width, right?
Yeah.
The thickness, right? Is 10 cubits. Right, so this is pretty large. This is a huge object that's flying in the sky, and this is at the time airplanes was not invented at this time. You dig what I'm saying? Right? He's seeing something in the sky, right? This object, right? Read on.
Verse 3. Then I said, he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Right. These chariots are used for a purpose, right? These are vehicles that's piloted by the angels of God, right? And when God gives them the order, they come either to land here and bring a message to do good on earth, or they'll come and bring a punishment on earth. You get what I'm saying? It depends on what the Lord brings them here to do, right? And you'll see your oppressor depict that in some way, somehow, right? In his movies, right? That of course he don't have it all the way right, but in the movies, when the aliens come, they zapping everybody, abducting everybody, and all of that stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, they understand that these angels, when they come on the earth with Yahushua, they're not coming to play. You know what I'm saying? When these chariots start to come, they're not coming here to play and make a peace treaty with the earthlings and all that. You know what I'm saying? They come in here to bring judgment on this earth, right? Read on.
For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side, according to it.
Right. Now, everybody that stealeth shall be cut off, right? When these chariots come, guess what? He's going to cut the people off who steal. Now, let me ask y'all this. In history, and recorded in history, who is the biggest thief that exists on this earth?
Slacky, sir.
Why would you Esau? Y'all both right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both right. Why would y'all say Esau?
Stole our identity.
Stole our identity. Right? Stole our identity. What else did he steal? Stole our land.
Stole our name.
Our name, our culture, all of these things he stole, right? And he did not give it back after he stole it from us, right? He became prosperous off of it, off of what he took off of us. Well, guess what? God did not forget about that. Neither is he going to let that slide. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. Even this government, even though it's a wicked society, they have laws against that, right? If you steal in this government, you're going to be punishable by law. Well, guess what? God as well, he has standards as well. He has laws as well, right? The Bible says thou shalt not steal. You get what I'm saying? And your oppressor stole everything on this earth.
Even our laws.
Right, even our laws.
Like some of the laws they have to say, hey,
God.
Leviticus, what?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, even our laws, you know what I'm saying? And these angels are coming to cut them off, right? Read on.
Shall be cut off as on this side, according to it. and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side, according to it. For I will bring it forth, said the Most High of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely.
No, you good word.
By my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stone thereof.
Right. You know what I'm saying? This is why your oppressor is making movies like Independence Day. You get what I'm saying? You think he just can come up with the creativity of some UFO flying object, flying saucers that's coming and to bring some type of, war onto this earth? You know what I'm saying? He understands to a certain extent what these scriptures says in regards to his judgment. You get what I'm saying? The thing is, he's trying to take as much people down with him as possible. You know what I'm saying? But he knows the judgment, right? Zechariah is seeing this big cylinder object, right? A roll like a cylinder, right? In the sky. And it's like huge as could be 20 cubits, 10 cubits. That's huge. You get what I'm saying? And he's watching this cylinder bring judgment onto this earth. You get what I'm saying? This is what they'll describe as an unidentified flying object. Go ahead, Soldier.
Continue to read. Oh, if I may.
Go ahead. You gonna say something? Go ahead.
Sir. That Devil Armstrong that went up into space, he was being interviewed. It was a video of him. He was being interviewed, and he was saying how he seen men out there like black, dark skin, and he's seen Chariot up there. And it's like 20-something minutes interview, and he was saying all he was seeing out there.
Good night, man. If there's a possible way, man, if a brother can pull that tape up, man, you know what I'm saying? So we can all hear it in the classroom.
One of my patients was talking about this.
Oh, yeah?
80-year-old woman. I was like, what?
Yeah. God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, aliens are real. I'm like, you know about this?
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think they don't be seeing anything when they shoot up those rockets into space, man? They definitely seeing things, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it, they kept it classified for a long time, right? Places like Area 51, that's basically what it's used for, right? There's a lot of conspiracies about that area, and they're trying to do this, and they shot down some aliens, and all of that's a lie, right? That's it. All of that is, that's a conspiracy, right? At least I don't believe in conspiracies. I don't know. That's just me. But as far as what I do know, you know what I'm saying, our oppressor is for sure studying, the chariots of the Most High, right? These vehicles that fly around. You get what I'm saying? They're trying to understand the whereabouts and how it operates and all that stuff, and how they can fight against it, most importantly. You get what I'm saying? Because this is what they themselves prepare for. They know their judgment, right? That's why they got in their movies the mothership coming over the White House. And the big beam shoots down, blows everything up, right? They know they judgment, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the Lord is getting prepared to do. You was gonna say something, Warrior?
Sir.
Okay, Khan. Yeah, Officer Itazar, my main man, the computer whiz. Baba Kashad, if you can, help a brother out, throw the video up on that joint, man. So, so we can hear Armstrong, right? The astronaut talk about what he's seen out there, man. You know what I'm saying? To see if it has any correlation with the Bible. All right, so let's drop that. Let's get Ezekiel 1:16. Let's get more on these unidentified flying objects, right? The thing is, the Bible identifies them, right? But the oppressor will tell you they're unidentified. All right. Let's get some
Ezekiel 1:16.
Yeah, let me get it. Let me get there. All right, Ezekiel 1:16. You got it, Warrior.
All right. Ezekiel 1:16. The appearance of the wheel and their work was like unto the color of a beryl,
I want you to start me up some Baba Gasha so we can get some, better context.
Okay.
Let me get you to start at. Mm-mm.
8 or 9.
Yeah, let's start at 5, and then I'll have you jump down. Let's start at 5. Yeah, Kyle.
Okay, Ezekiel 1, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Also, out of the myth thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures.
4 living creatures, right? They're describing them as creatures because they're not like mankind, right? They're not of this world. These are the angels of God, right? Read on.
And this was their appearance.
Mm-hmm.
They had the likeness of a man.
They had the likeness of a man, meaning they had arms, legs, you know what I'm saying? The likeness of a man, right? They had arms, legs, and all that. They're physical beings, right? But you don't want to think it as a physical being as in they have flesh like you and me, or they have a stomach that growls, or sometimes they want to have pleasure, do something like that. You don't want to think of it like that. But they're definitely not ghosts, right? When you think of an angel, don't think of some figure that walks through walls and all. I mean, they have the ability to do things that we can't do, you know what I'm saying? But they're not, some transparent being that walks around, right? They actually have, a touch and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And Ezekiel is seeing these creatures, right? He's going to describe what they look like. Go ahead.
6. And everyone had 4 faces,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone had 4 wings.
4 wings, right? Each of them had a face. Each of them had wings. They had wings on them, right? Read on.
And their feet were straight feet. And sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf foot.
Right. The soles of their feet. Their feet was like a hoof feet. Like, I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Mm-hmm. Split hoof.
Correct. Split hoof. There we go. You know what I'm saying? That's how their feet was. Yes. Right? These are the creatures that the Lord created that dwells with him. Right? Read on.
And they sparkle like the color of burnished brass.
What color were they?
Burnished brass.
They're not avatar.
Right. Yeah. And here's the thing, right? I'm glad that you mentioned that, sis. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. Avatar.
Because even in the old movies that our oppressor would do about aliens, most of the time they depict them about looking gray with a huge head and black eyes and all of that stuff. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? When that's not the reality, right? There's not no other Martians out there. Marvin the Martian is not real. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's out there are the angels of the Most High. You get what I'm saying? And they are black. All right. So let's drop that. Let's drop me down. Drop me down to verse 13, Baba Kasha.
Khan. Verse 13. Ezekiel 1, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire, and like the appearance of lamps.
Right. They shine bright. You know what I'm saying? They shine. They was glowing, illuminated, right?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And if you read the stories, like I hope we can get the Armstrong story, right? Most people, when they have any UFO encounters or alien encounters, they always see that bright light. You get what I'm saying? That light that illuminates and all of that. You know what I'm saying? This is not this nutcase story that's going on. You know what I'm saying? That people have a common story. There has to be some validity to this. Thing is, it happened in the Bible thousands of years ago, right? Jump me down to verse 16.
Verse 16. Ezekiel 1:16. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto color of a beryl.
That was the color of their wheels, the vehicles that they were on, right? Read on.
And they 4 hands had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel.
Right. So think about it as this, right? They seen a wheel, right? and in the middle of it was another circle. You get what I'm saying? Like the same way you see
the UFOs be looking.
Right. They call them flying saucers, right? Because they look like a dish. You get what I'm saying? And well, this is what Ezekiel's seeing, right? You said Salaki?
No.
Oh, God. This is what Ezekiel is seeing, right? So he's seeing this wheel in the sky, this flying saucer, right? Read on.
17. When they went up on their four sides.
They went up on their four sides, meaning this saucer was flat. You get what I'm saying? It was flat, like how they depicted in the movies and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like a disc. You know what I'm saying? Like how you see a disc, right? It was flat, right? Read on.
And they turned not when they went. As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful. And their rings were full of eyes round about.
Right. No sweat. Full of eyes round about. Now, when it says they turned where they went, not meaning they didn't, you know how a regular vehicle does when it hits the curve or something when it's about to make a turn, it gives like an oval shape, right? Like it turns in an angle. You get what I'm saying? These vehicles are able to stop at a drop of a dime and move how they want to move. You get what I'm saying?
Videos like that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They can like stop right there and just move up, move down, move side to side, wherever they want to go. Right. And they do it at a drop of a dime. Right. And the eyes that he's talking about, Ezekiel, he never seen this before. Right. Even in his time, lights did not exist. Right. Of course, they knew what light was. They had fire to keep themselves lit up in their house at night. But they didn't have actual light bulbs and lights flashing like we can see today, like that's created today, right? So he described them as eyes. The eyes is talking about is the lights that's around the chariots. You get what I'm saying? That lit up. Boom, boom, boom.
That's crazy.
Right. Go ahead, read on.
All right, Ezekiel 1:18 from the top. As for their rings, they were so high, they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them.
Round about them. Right, read on.
19. And when the living creatures went, the wheel went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheel were lifted up.
Right. Like I mentioned about Area 51, right? Your oppressor is not able to fight against these chariots. They're not able to fight against the most. They don't have no UFO somewhere in Colorado or Arizona, somewhere in the desert that they're trying to study on because they shot it down, right? These are angelic material, right? They're angelic. You know what I'm saying? Meaning they don't have the same properties as that confines to our physical realm. You get what I'm saying? Like they can materialize, dematerialize, stop at a drop of a dime, boom, boom. Like if you ever seen a video, right? They'll see the light flashing, boom, 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 goes away, right? Or it'll just stop flashing and disappear. You get what I'm saying? They have the ability to do that. Your oppressor don't have the enough technology to shoot something down like that. You get what I'm saying? They are being controlled by the angels of the Most High.
You seen the movie Nope?
Nah,
It's a Jordan Peele movie.
Yeah, I seen the trailers though.
Okay. Same thing. Same thing. They describe. I'm like, damn, this sounds a lot like that.
Right. God, this is where it's recorded at, right? And let's go ahead and read on.
Ezekiel 1:20. Whithersoever.
Drop me down to verse 22, Baba Kashab.
22. Ezekiel 1:22. And the likeness of the firmament upon the heads of the living creature was as the color of a terrible crystal.
Right. So as you read further down, it continue to describe the wheel and how they moved and all of that stuff, and when they lift up and how they turn. Right now, the part that I'm getting at in 22, right, we're getting at what you also see in the movies or in the how they depict it, the flying saucer, and in the wheel in the middle, right, that's sitting on top of that wheel is usually what?
Little, what's it called? The thing that sucks people in.
Or the Not that's like kind of under that. With
Like by the top, oh, the glass.
The
window
glass
that they
dome.
see.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So this is describing the cockpit, right? Where they pilot these aircraft.
This is in the Bible.
This is all in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's being used by the angels, right? The angels are using these as vehicles, right? The reason why we call it chariots, right? Because back in their days, that was the vehicle of choice. They didn't have cars, right? But they had chariots, right? But they're seeing other type of vehicles that fly in the sky. You get what I'm saying? And they describe it as a chariot, right? Because they're trying to correlate to the vehicles that they have on Earth. You get what I'm saying? Like, if they had space ships or ships and stuff like that, or aircrafts, maybe they'll call it that back then. But in the Bible, it was recorded as a chariot. You know what I'm saying? This vehicle that's used by the angels, that's piloted by the angels to move through and fro from the earth. You know what I'm saying? To come down as they please, to bring judgments, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, there's stories about, you know, people having encounters, man. I would share one of mine, but I don't want y'all to think I'm crazy. Yeah. They gonna lock me up, Carvel. They gonna throw me in the insane asylum. You know what I'm saying? They gonna say I wear too much tinfoil on my head. You know what I mean? But it's out there. It's real. You know what I'm saying? Best believe it's real, man. These objects is out there, man. So, right. So let's drop that. Let's get Isaiah 66:15. I'm waiting on that Armstrong joint, man. We can, you know, somebody, you know. And that
Isaiah
66 verse 15.
Isaiah 66:15. Oh. Got it, sir.
All right. You go ahead.
Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Most High will come with fire, and with his chariot.
With his chariots, right? These vehicles that he used, that's piloted by the angels, right? Read on.
15 from the top. For behold, the Most High will come with fire, and with his chariot, like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flame of fire.
All right. This is what's recorded in the Bible, right? This is given a prophecy, right? And this is what's going on in current times today too, right? Who you think is in the midst of those hurricanes and all those storms? Right? Who you think is making that happen? Right? Who is making sure that the earth? Go ahead. What you say? My bad.
The Most High power.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? The Most High power, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all being done by the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And he has angels that carry out his anger, his fury, right? But it's not little babies with wings and a heart, right? With a heart that's coming, you know what I'm saying? These are terrible creatures, 4 faces, 4 wings, coming down in a flying saucer, you know what I'm saying, to bring about the Lord's judgment, right? And this was going to happen when Christ returned as well, too. Right? Drop that. Let me get Acts chapter 1, right? Not only are they described in the Bible as chariots, right? They're also mentioned as clouds also, right? Depending on the context and what they're talking about, when they mention clouds, they're talking about these same chariots that Ezekiel and Zechariah see, right? That's piloted by the angels of God.
Thank you.
Let's get Acts chapter 1.
Acts 1?
Yeah, start me at verse. You can start me at verse. Let me get there, my bad. Verse 4.
Acts 1, starting with verse 4. And being assembled together with them, commanded them that they should not depart from Jerusalem, but wait for the promise of the Father.
Right. This is Christ gathering all his disciples, right? The 11 that was left, right? And trying to give them the order on what to do next, right? This is after he was crucified. So after he was crucified, rose from the dead, he came back real quick to touch base with his disciples, right? Read on.
Okay. But wait for the promise of the Father, which saith he, ye have heard of me. 5. For John truly baptized with water, but ye shall be baptized with the Holy Ghost.
You could say Spirit.
Spirit, Holy Spirit. Like it. Holy Spirit. Not many days hence.
Right. The Holy Spirit, that courage that they need to do this work. Right. Christ is giving them encouragement to continue on. So to hold on, right? Stay studying, stay grinding, keep your head down, keep doing what you got to do, right? So that way you can get stronger to build this nation back up. You know what I'm saying? To continue the work that I gave you, right? The Holy Spirit, that's what the Holy Spirit is, right? The Holy Spirit should give you some type of wisdom or some type of understanding. If you're rolling on the floor and foaming out the mouth, you don't have the Holy Spirit, right? That's not what the Holy Spirit is. You 9 times out of 10, you got some demon on you. You know what I'm saying? If you running around the church, you know what I'm saying? And man, I seen a video. It was funny as hell, right? This sister was running across in front of the pulpit, right? And the camera, like she ran past the camera, right? And when the camera turned to where she ran at, she was facing the wall, running in place.
What the?
Running in place, facing the wall. And it's funny because the camera, when it first got her on the film, she ran fast past it. So you would have thought she would just kept on going, right? Right, but she just stopped in front of the wall. When the camera turned, you see her running right in front of the wall, just in place, running. That is not the Holy Spirit. That's not the Holy Spirit, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The Holy Spirit will give you courage to keep the laws of God. You know what I'm saying? To do what the Lord tells you to do. That's what the Holy Spirit is, right? So Christ came down to give that to the disciples, right? Give them the word and tell them to hold on to their faith, right? Read on.
Acts 1, verse 6. When they, therefore, were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
To who?
Israel.
Now, sidebar, why would his disciples ask Christ this if Christ came for everybody?
No, because he didn't.
You said what?
He didn't.
Exactly right. Get his sister here. You know what I'm saying? And this is proof right here, right?
They were Israelites too.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? This is after he was crucified, right? So his narrative did not change while he was alive. Well, he's still alive, but his narrative did not change even after he was crucified. When he came back to the disciples, they had to ask him because he's coming back. He came back. He's like, yo, we rocking and rolling now. You know what I'm saying? So they asked him, like, is this the time? Is the time you was telling us about of your return? Where you going to restore the kingdom to Israel, not to everybody on earth, right? Salvation is not for everybody, right? I just want to add that little side note, right? They asking him about Israel, because that's who Christ came for, right? Read on.
7. And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the time or the season which the Father has put in his own power.
Right. So Christ is like, now is not the time. I'm here right now, but right now is not the time. You know what I'm saying? The time will come, but only the Father knows. Right? Read on.
But ye shall receive power after the Holy Spirit is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth.
Why to the uttermost parts of the earth? Right. He first starts out with Jerusalem. That's their first mission. Get Jerusalem on lock. After that, go out to the other parts of Judea. After that, go out to Samaria. Then after that, go everywhere else. Right?
Like you, sir. Because
go ahead.
as Israel was scattered at all four.
Y'all both right. You know what I mean? Yeah, get yourself in. You know what I'm saying? Israel was scattered, right? It was in captivity, scattered, dwelling in other people's land, right? Living like how other people live, even though they were Israelites, right? But their customs was not the customs of their forefathers, right? And this is what Christ came to do, to bring all the 12 tribes that were scattered abroad back together into their kingdom, into rulership, right? Read on.
Ezekiel 1, verse 9. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up.
He was what?
He was taken up.
Beat me up, Scotty. You know what I'm saying? He's talking to him. When he done talking, whoop, Christ get taken up, right? Read on.
And a cloud received him out of their sight.
And a what received him?
A cloud received him out of their sight.
And a cloud received them out of their sight, right? This is a chariot that they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? He came through, wrapped it up with the disciples. Chariot came through, pick them back up. Gotta go. You did right. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how it's mentioned oftentimes in the Bible, right? Either a chariot or a cloud, right? And read on. No, go ahead.
If I may.
Get down.
I mean, when I was in the world and in the Christian church, you never hear of this ever in the Christian church.
God, most times, listen, I ain't never heard about this, never neither.
Never heard
right. Never heard about that, right?
Just skip right over that and go to speaking in tongues.
You said what?
Just skip right over this and go to
speaking in tongues. Right. You know what I'm saying?
This part.
Right. God, they'll never speak about what's really out there, right? Don't we have questions about that? What's out there in the world? I want to know. You know, that's a big, unknown world out there, out of space, right? The vast unknown. You get what I'm saying? Like, but yet it's described what's out there according to the Bible, right? Now, of course, God can create whatever he want to create. I'm not limiting his power, you know what I'm saying? But yet the Bible does not describe aliens. It don't describe Martians, right? He's telling you what these objects are.
And their color.
And their color. You know what I'm saying? And who's driving it and who's inside of it. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Bible describes, right? Because these things do exist. And the thing is, it had to take classified information from the U.S. government to be brought out for people to understand that it's real. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody believes in UFOs now. Right? Everybody believes in them now. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? The prophets been new. You know what I'm saying? They've been new. Right? Let's read on.
Acts 1, verse 10. And while they looked steadfastly towards heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel.
Right. They looking up. Right? They looking up towards heaven. The heaven is talking about what? The sky. They're looking up to the sky because Christ got beamed up to the sky, right? Into this cloud, right? And now there's two angels right there, right? The reason why it describes it as a cloud, because also these vehicles can come in the midst of a cloud. You get what I'm saying? They come through and they have that cloud, around them. You get what I'm saying? Where they can be, whether you want to call it incognito form or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Where right, it's not easily detected, right? But sometimes you can see them where, lightning or lights or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? They do exist. You know what I'm saying? And then when Christ came through talking to him, when he went and left, went in that cloud, right? And these two angels appeared, right? Read on.
Acts 1:11, which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Jesus, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven.
Now, what does that mean?
He's coming back in a chariot.
Oh, get his sister head. Get his sister head. All right. You know what I'm saying? They looking up. They seen him leave in a chariot. The angel's like, listen, don't even sweat it.
He's coming back the same way.
The same way he left is the same way he coming back. Right? In these clouds, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Let me get Matthew 26. Now, let me get Numbers 12 and 5 first, real quick. Numbers 12 and 5. To show you that the Bible always mentions them as clouds as well.
Wait, where we at? Numbers?
Yeah, Numbers 12.
12 and 5.
5.
Got it, sir.
All right, you go ahead. Well, before you go, I just want to give some context, right? This is when Moses was in charge and his sister was speaking against Moses' leadership, right? The Lord got upset, right? And he came to see about what was going on with Israel, right? And this is when he came through. Go ahead and read verse 5.
Numbers 12, verse 5. And the Most High came down in the pillar of a cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth.
Right. Think about it, right? If you want to envision it, an angel of the Lord, right, coming through in his chariot, right, in the pillar of a cloud. And when it comes down, think about like a cloud in front of the tabernacle, right? This is a tent. A tabernacle is a house, right? We was pitching tents while we was out in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High sent his angel to come see about what's going on. Now the chariots come down and is right in front of that tabernacle. You get what I'm saying? Like these are the UFOs that's able to come from where the Most High is at to right here on earth. You get what I'm saying? And they're being conducted by the angels of God, right? And they're either described either by a chariot or a cloud, right? Let's drop that. Let's get Matthew 26 and 64. Oh man, what's going on, Troop? Shalom, Yabashakta.
Hey,
Damn right. Good to have you on, Warrior.
Sir.
All right, you got it.
Matthew 26, 64, sir.
Yeah, I was gonna have the trooper read.
Okay, I'll sweat.
Okay. Not the water Warrior.
The book of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 64. And Yahweh said unto him, Thou hast said, nevertheless, I say unto you, hereafter shall ye see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of the power, and coming in the clouds of heaven.
Coming in the clouds of heaven. You know what I'm saying? He's going to come through with these chariots, right? These chariots from the Most High. The same way he left is the same way he's coming back, right? UFOs has always been identified, right? Now you can call them IFOs now, right? I guess we can call them IFOs.
Oh, because it's identified.
Right. Now we can identify them now. You get what I'm saying? Like these are not green or gray Martians that's coming to invade Earth. No, these are angels, right? Coming in the chariots of God to come and rescue his people, right? Every nation on this earth, you want to think about it like this, every nation on this earth has air support or have an air force, right? When America is at war, or even when America bombs somebody else through an airstrike, right? After they demolish that area and devastate the people, right? Them people are in need, right? They're in need of support. They're in need of basic goods. I remember a long time ago on the news, I think it was in Syria. I think it was like a couple years back, right? It was after a bombing happened over there, and the people was on camera asking for food or whatever, And then all of a sudden you see an airplane come through and drop a whole package of rice. You know what I'm saying? They dropping rice, right? For the Syrians, right?
That's crazy.
That's right. And these are the Air Force that America and, you know, mankind provides for support, either for airstrikes or for to have your resources that you need. You know what I'm saying? Every nation has that support. You know what I'm saying? Including Israel. Thing is, our air support comes from God. You get what I'm saying? He has a military also, right? That's why he's called the Lord of Hosts. You know what a host is?
It's like it, sir. Army.
What? You said what?
Army.
An army. You get what I'm saying? Right?
So it's like an inhabitant of something.
Nah, it's the word host is army. Lord of the army, right? He has an army, a military. You know what I'm saying? And our air support and our power comes from God. That's our military. And that's how we're going to get out this captivity as well, too. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to pick up no guns or none of that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord going to come through, bomb them cats. You know what I'm saying? Salaki. Somebody said Salaki?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead, Soda.
Come on, sir, if I may. Like, I know it was probably like a couple minutes ago when y'all was talking about the wheel inside the wheel. I don't know if brothers and sisters ever watch the Game of Thrones.
Okay. I haven't seen it, but if you want to, I'm sure somebody has. Go ahead. So
when you see it, when it first come on, it got that concept. It's a wheel inside of a wheel inside of a wheel, and it's fire behind it, and they turning around the wheels inside the wheel. And also, like how you said about the movies, like every time I hear about the chariots and I think about the chariots, I think about Independence Day, like how that big UFO was over the White House.
Yeah.
You know, before it destroyed it, you know, that could be considered like, I could see how our ancestors look at that as a big cloud. Because it covered then in the sky.
Yeah, damn right. You know what I'm saying? It came through, busting through them clouds. I still remember that movie. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of clouds, everything's coming through right on top of the White House. You know what I'm saying? And this is spirituals, Negro spirituals we used to sing about too in the plantation.
Swing low, cherry, something like that.
Yeah, come and carry me home.
So they know about this already?
Listen, Israel, we knew what's up. You dig what I'm saying? Like we this is our records, right? This is what the Lord gave us for us to understand. Now our oppressor got a hold of it. Now he makes his Hollywood movies about it and all of that stuff, but he gets it from this. This is where he gets it from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He get this not by his witty imagination. You know what I'm saying? Of course. There you go. You know what I'm saying? He gets it from us.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you see Game of Thrones or, you know, Independence Day or any movie that's depicting it out there, just know that it is a reality. You know what I'm saying? But it's not depicted exactly how they make it to be. It's not an alien. It's not a Martian. It's not some green or gray person. It's black angels, right? Black, brown angels come in, you know what I'm saying, to bring salvation to the 12 tribes of Israel. All right?
So we shouldn't be scared if we see a chariot.
I want to be. Well, it depends, right? Unless you're doing something wrong. You might want to be afraid, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's a beautiful thing. You never know what's out there. You know what I'm saying? Like what you seeing out, you know, all the time. I'm not saying to drive yourself crazy, of course. Don't be schizophrenic, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Yeah, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But just know that they're out there. You know what I'm saying? And they are above us and moving around and all that stuff. You may not see it with the naked eye, you know what I'm saying? But they're out there. They you know what I'm saying? You ain't got the telescope or the technology to see it, but they out there. You know what I'm saying? So they never not working. You know what I'm saying? Don't think the Lord is in heaven with angels drinking wine and dressing all white. You know what I'm saying? This is
not yet.
Right. They working. You know what I'm saying? They making sure they working. All right. So let's drop that. And unless any of our brothers had anything else I wanted to bring out on that point.
Nah, sir.
All right. Outside Jazar said he can't find it. All right, no sweat. If you can find at least Independence Day, let's get that then. If you can find Independence Day so we can get a visual depiction of it. You know what I'm saying? So people could see. You said
NOPE.
NOPE.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Nope, the movie Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, it shows it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah.
It's like this is exactly what it's described as. Jordan Peele knows a lot. He onto something.
God. Or better yet, Officer Itazab, if you can find any article that talks about the classified information that the government put out, somebody can post that, post it on the screen and see what it looked like, see what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is something that's real.
I wish I had been informed before dealing with my car insurance in my last crash.
What's that?
That was me, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. So, for the next topic, let's talk about medicine, right? Going to the doctor, going to the hospital, going to your physician, right? Getting treated by the nurse, getting treated by a nurse practitioner, right? A specialist. No sweat outside this. There's no sweat with the water. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can look these up if y'all want to, so y'all can know I ain't just making this up, all right? I ain't crazy. I ain't got a tinfoil on my head yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm hanging in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm hanging in there. Yeah, I'll go crazy later, but right now I'm pretty sane. Right now. All right. But all right. So the next topic we're gonna talk about is doctors, right? Let's get that. If somebody can grab me the scriptures where it says honor the physician, Baba Gasai. Let's grab that real quick. All right. There's a lot of false misinformation that's being put out there, especially in today's time. Right? The reason being because information is so accessible nowadays. Right? You can easily type something up and poof, you have it at your fingertips. Right? Back then you had to go and sit in a library and do intensive research on a matter in order to truly understand it. Now you just type something in, you get a whole list of information. The thing is, all that information is not good information, right? It's not good information, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand that a doctor has its use. Medicine has its use. The stuff that they prescribe you has its use, right? Take your shots, take your prescriptions, take that cough medicine, take whatever you got to take to make sure that you are healthy, right? Because they do have their use, right? Anybody got that?
It's like it, so I can't look up none on my phone either. Boot me out the stream.
Honor the physician.
Yeah, honor the physician. Send the Apocrypha and Ecclesiasticus.
Ecclesiasticus 38:1.
Ecclesiasticus 38:1. Somebody can grab that, Baba Kasha.
Ecclesiasticus 38:1.
Mm-hmm.
Ecclesiasticus 38 verse 1. Honor the physician with the honor due unto him.
Right. Honor the physician with the honor that's due unto him. What is a physician? A doctor. Why does the Bible say honor him? Honor him how? Respect him. Why should you respect him?
He's trying to help you.
Because he's trying to get you healthy. Right? And guess what? He done sat in a college room, sleepless nights, studying after studying, test after test, to learn the right medicine to put in your behind. All right? There's no need for you to question whether or not the doctor knows. Now, of course, I'm sure there is senseless or people that's not careful in what they're doing in their jobs. I'm sure there is of that. But for the most part, a doctor is there because he has the credentials to be there, right? He knows that aspirin is good for you, right? He knows that medicine is good for you. He knows it because he studied it. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to get too caught up in conspiracy theories about medicine and doctors in the hospital, right? Our people are, a good majority of our people suffer from certain type of illnesses because we be afraid to go to the doctor, right? We discredit what the doctor might have or what he might tell you, right? And we take it upon ourselves to self-medicate. And oftentimes, sometimes you can help yourself, but oftentimes, right, you can cause more damage than good, right? Why not go to a specialist, to somebody who studies in it to get it right for you, all right? If you need your car fixed, who you going to go to? You're going to go to a mechanic. If you need your toilet fixed, who you going to go to? You're a plumber, right? You're not going to,
try to figure it out.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You're going to mess up that car. You're going to mess up that toilet. You're going to mess up your whole house. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go to a specialist, somebody who practiced in it, who has the degrees to back it, right? Honor that physician by going to that damn physician and take the medicine that he gives you, right? Stop being so afraid of everything in life. The Bible says that God did not give us the spirit of fear, right? No weapon formed against you shall prosper. If you go into that medicine and you taking that medicine, right? And God is not going to, have you die, you know what I'm saying, if he don't want you to die, right? It's his control. If he wants you to live, you will live, regardless of what effect that medicine has on you. But take the damn medicine. You get what I'm saying? You want to take the medicine, right? If anybody's telling you not to go to the doctor, they are lying to you. You know what I'm saying? If you got some nut out there that's telling you to go be in your backyard and cut some random plant and put it in your blender and drink it, bro. Yeah, you tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying that there's not of course there's natural medicine. We're gonna get that as we read further along. There is natural medicines on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. Here's the other misconception about medical medicine, right? Majority of the ingredients in those medications come from substance of the earth, right? Of course, they're biologically put together, but they actually come from substance of the earth. I think aspirin, if I'm not mistaken, comes from like a certain part of the tree. Somebody can, fact check this for me. You know what I'm saying? But majority of your medications that you are taking come from a earthly substance. Now they biologically engineer it to formulate it together and put it all together into a capsule or into a pill. You know what I'm saying? But it also comes from the earth too. All right? Everybody that's telling you to disregard modern medicine is lying to you, man.
It does come from plants.
What you got? What you got for me, sis?
History of aspirin. It comes from Spirea. I probably said that wrong. A biological genus of shrubs that includes natural sources of the drug's key ingredient, salicylic acid. This acid, resembling what's in modern day aspirin, can be found in jasmine, beans, peas, clover, and certain grasses and trees.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? They taking these things. You know what I'm saying? Most High Christ. The water says, get a sister in hand. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? The water to his sister too. She said aspirin comes from the willow tree, right? It's natural medicine. You get what I'm saying? They get it from the earth as well, right? The same way that old weed head nut that tell you to cut down the medicine in your backyard.
Right.
Guess what? Your doctor is doing the same thing. The difference is he has a laboratory to do it. And the thing is, we're spooked out by the laboratory. We're afraid who knows what he's doing with that laboratory.
It's Isupk.
Right. But what's the difference from you cutting up some random nonsense in your backyard? It might have the same adverse effect as a biological engineered medication would have. You know what I'm saying? You might have an allergic reaction to it or something. You never know. You get what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, that doctor is there for a reason. He studied in his field. He know what he's talking about. These cats out here, they sound good. It sounds nice. You know what I'm saying? It sounds real and all that stuff. But listen, you have to have the credentials. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have the credentials, then, you know what I'm saying, you just talking out of your behind. All right? So let's continue on.
Okay, Ecclesiasticus 38, verse 1 from the top. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the use which ye may have of him, for the Most High has created him.
For the what?
For the Most High has created him.
Stop thinking that the people of the Bible are primitive, or like there's some type of caveman, and the people of the Bible that in ancient times was booga booga and walking with a club, and you know what I'm saying? They didn't know what fire was. And no, these people are intelligent. They probably were more intelligent than the people of today, because with modern technology, all you got to do is press a button and everything will figure it out for you. You know what I'm saying? Back then, they had to figure it out for themselves. You know what I'm saying? How to start a fire, what to do to purify water, what to do, all that, to make medicine, to make vaccine. Vaccine existed in ancient times as well, too. Right? I remember the movie, even IVs as well, right? The movie with Jackie Chan, I think it's called Who I Am or Who Am I? And he lost his language or something like that, and he was chewing on the joint, and he put it over the snake bite, and then he grabbed the coconut and made an IV through it, put it through his vein, all that stuff. We knew how to conduct medicine. You get what I'm saying? Like, of course, Jackie Chan is not Israel, but I'm just bringing that up to show that this is a tradition that existed back then. You get what I'm saying? People knew how to do these things. You get what I'm saying? What they had. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord gave us the wisdom to do so, right? The same way the Lord gave your doctor the wisdom to do so, right? He knows what he's doing in that lab. He knows what he's doing. He knows when your stomach hurt, what to give you. You know what I'm saying? He knows when your knees hurt and all that, because the Lord gave man that wisdom. He didn't make us retarded. We're not cavemen. You get what I'm saying? We actually have intelligence. You get what I'm saying? That's how God formed us to be. You know what I'm saying? You want to use your wits about you, right? I want to read some of these comments if I could, right? Trooper Mashat, and I'm glad that he brought out this point. He said a lot of churches in Haiti teach that you don't have to go to the doctor because God can heal you. Nah, of course God can heal you. But man, that is so true, Trooper Mashat. You know what I'm saying? Our people are being lied to by not going to the doctor and thinking things is just some fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? This is not how God works, right? Faith without works is what?
Dead.
Is dead.
You'll be dead.
You want God to heal you, put in the work. You know what I'm saying? This is not no movie, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. We expect things to happen instantly. You know what I'm saying? Instant gratification. This is how we conduct ourselves in life, especially through these religions. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? God created a man who understands medicine. The same way God created a man who understands smith work, who understands railroads, who understands the concrete, who understands the refrigerator, the street lights, right? We all have some wisdom that can be put in use. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, your church is lying to you and telling you not to go to the doctor. And when you end up dying of some disease, guess what? Your pastor's not going to pay for your funeral. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to put that money up for your funeral. All that time he told you not to go to the doctor. When you die, what he's going to say? Your faith wasn't strong enough. See, he didn't. But if you would have believed, nah. You should have told him what to do. Like what the Bible tells us to do. Honor your physician. Go to the damn doctor, all right? You know what I'm saying? You have to get away from this nonsense, man. So I want to read some more. Officer Isupk says they get it from the Gadites who made medicine from earth. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Opium also comes from the earth. Poppy seed, coca leaf, all of that comes from the earth. You know what else comes from the earth? Heroin comes from the earth, right? Cocaine comes from the earth. Weed comes from the earth, right? Anybody who's telling you to smoke weed because it's a medicine is an idiot. They might as well tell you to take heroin. You know what I'm saying? Because they all come from the earth. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you be careful with these so-called doctors, all right? All right, let's continue on.
Ecclesiasticus 38, verse 2. For the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king.
Mm-hmm.
The skill of the physician shall lift up his head.
Right. Even a king goes to a doctor. No matter how rich you are, if you feel sick, go to the doctor. Right? Because that's his use. The Lord gave him that wisdom and created him to do that. Right? Read on.
And in the sight of great men, he shall be in admiration.
All right. You know, you're going to be thankful that he healed you. Right? Because of the medicine that he gave you. Right? Read on.
The Most High hath created medicine out of the earth.
Out of where?
Out of the earth.
Where do aspirin come from?
Out of the earth.
What are your damn, whatever prescription, whatever your doctor prescribed you, where is it coming from?
Out of the earth.
It comes from the earth too, man. Take it. Read on.
And he that is wise will not abhor them.
And he that is what?
Will not abhor them.
He that is wise. He that is wise will not do what?
Abhor them.
Abhor them, right? What does it mean to abhor something? Abhor.
To
Go
not.
ahead. Nah, you got it. You got it.
Salakia, to ignore, not take it.
In context, yeah. But the exact definition of the word. To hate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Don't hate the medicine. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate your doctor. Don't hate the hospital. Don't hate the clinic. Right? You're so afraid of everything that's out there. And I understand. You know what I'm saying? Your oppressor is not trustworthy. I understand. These doctors, right, they are not trustworthy. I totally agree and I understand your sentiment. But here is the thing. What other else choice do you have when you're sitting on that hospital bed about to pass out, right? Fighting for your life to inhale and exhale, right? Each breath that you're taking gives you a sharp pain in your chest, and you're about to flatline in any second. Either you're going to take the medicine or you're going to let your pride tell you to just die on that hospital bed. Right? Take the medicine and you might live. There's a possibility you're already on your deathbed. You're about to die. Right? You know what I'm saying? Why not just take the damn medicine to weigh out your options a little bit? You know what I mean? See? Right. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you never know. Take that damn medicine and you just might live, man. You know what I'm saying? It is wise of you to take medicine. It is wise of you to do routine checkups each year. Do that. Even if you don't feel bad. Go to your primary doctor and just do a routine checkup to make sure everything is operating how it's supposed to. Right? Stay on top of your health. Stay on top of things that's going to make you prolong your days. You know what I'm saying? And a doctor is one of them. Right? Read on.
Ecclesiasticus 38:4 from the top again. The Most High created medicine out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Was not the water made sweet with the wood?
Now,
that's heavy.
This is the $1 million question. $1 million question, right? Let me read the sister comment real quick. It says, in most cases, we've done something that has got us to that point anyways. Damn right. That is true, right? Yes, it's healing over and coughing and your brain's about to come out your mouth because you're coughing so hard. You might want to get your spirit right with God. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you go to the doctor and you're not right with God, and all the medication they give you will not help you, right? Of course, God is the underlying factor of healing. We know that. Healing comes from God, right? But he created a physician, right? He created a doctor in order to understand the medicine that he created on this earth, right? And by you going to him, right, and keeping God's laws, that's what the Lord will have it where that medicine will be effective in your body. You get what I'm saying? Because the Lord gave him that use, right? You're not going to God directly. He's not going to beam you up and heal your whole body. You're going to go to that doctor, and through him, you'll be healed. You get what I'm saying?
Khan,
Right.
sir.
Go ahead, soldier.
Sir, yeah, and his expertise is like know how much medicine to give you.
Right. Khan, you can over medicate. Right. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Sister asked for the number. Let me put the number real quick, y'all. Should be on here. Yeah, there you go. All right. You see that number right there, sis? Let's call that number. All right. Now read that verse one more time for me, and I'm gonna see who can break this down.
Ecclesiasticus 38:5.
Mm-hmm.
Was not water made sweet with wood?
Okay. Any more on that? There was any more?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
That the virtue thereof might be known.
The virtue thereof might be known. All right. Virtue is what? The word virtue, what does that mean? That's kind of close, kind of a virtuous woman. What is a virtuous woman?
Slocky, sir.
Go ahead.
I would say a perfect woman that follow the law and do right by her husband.
I mean, yeah, that sounds nice. It sounds nice. I agree. And I would love to have a woman like that as well, too. Right? But by definition, what is a virtuous woman? Go ahead, soldier.
Is it talking about pure?
That's nice also. All right. But by definition, that's not what a virtuous woman is. What is it?
Behavior showing high moral standards. Do you want the synonyms?
Where's the archaic definition? Is there archaic definition on there?
The dictionary website.
I see some answers. All right. Sister said pure, which is the same answer Kanak said. The brother said a woman that follows her husband. Right. In Proverbs 31, where it mentions a virtuous woman, when you read further on down, it describes what a virtuous woman is. And like the sister put in the chat, a virtuous woman is a skillful woman, a woman with skill, right? Skill to pay the bills, to honor her husband, and to make sure the household is kept. She has skills, right? A woman with skill is far above booty, right? Modern women today, all they know is how to twerk and shake their behind on TV and on the internet. You know what I'm saying? The only skill that they know is how to put a weave together and get high all day. You get what I'm saying? Which is unfortunate. I'm not trying to rank on my sisters, you know what I'm saying? But this is where you're going to get the help that you need. You know what I'm saying? A woman with skill, though, right? That know how to, do the transaction, get this business right. She know how to braid. She know how to sew. Oh, man, a sister that know how to sew. Boy, that's a lost art. You know what I'm saying? That is a lost art. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Sister Raya. You know what I'm saying? That sister know how to sew. You know what I'm saying? Get that sister a hand. You know what I'm saying? She know how to sew. She know what she's doing with them garments. You know what I'm saying? The sister that know how to cook, that know how to do stuff other than just rely on her beauty to make money. That is a virtuous woman. And that's a woman that's worthy to be praised. Right? Do you know, right? This is to add to the point, little sidebar, that in order for our oppressor to get to outer space, he used Black women to do so as computers, right? Meaning these sisters was mapping the way out, or the technology of how to get the oppressor from Earth to outer space, right? They made a movie about it called
it's Taraji?
Hidden Figures. I think that's what it's called. Hidden Figures. Yeah, with Taraji, right? That's
I don't remember the name.
My fault. Yeah, that's the sister's name. Yeah, she's in the movie. It's on a true story, right? These sisters was in, with the astronauts, and there was the modern computer at that time. You know what I'm saying? Putting all the, geometry and the equations together on how to get the white man out of here. You know what I'm saying? They had a skill to do so. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman that utilized her brain power, you know what I'm saying, is a woman of high value. You You get what I'm saying? That actually sit down and thinks on doing what she needs to do. Right? That's just a sidebar, right?
Yeah, if I
The
may,
topic's
sir.
not woman. Go ahead, Soda.
Yeah, they were
She's like,
a
no, that's not right.
mathematician.
You said what?
They were the mathematician at that time that do
the mathematician.
Yeah.
Damn right. That's a better word to put it. The mathematician. You know what I'm saying? He said, and she definitely not on the internet showing her behind. Damn right. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Well, like the scripture we just read, didn't not the wood make, I'm paraphrasing, right? Correct me if I'm saying it right. Did not the wood make the water sweet? And the virtue, right, the skill thereof was known to man from the Lord. That's what it says, right?
Might be known. Yes,
might be known, right? That the skill might be known. Now, the $1 million question. Somebody gets this right. I don't want no officers to answer this question, right? Because somebody tell me, what is it talking about when it says the wood made the water sweet? And how is that a skill? What is that talking about?
Is that an Exodus?
Jalika.
I think you know, True. No, not you, True. Not you, True. Let's get somebody else. I think we probably know. Yeah, let's get somebody else. If anybody else don't get it, I'll get back to you. You want to give it another shot, sis?
Oh, that wasn't it.
Not Exodus.
Is it with Moses and the Israelites when they were complaining about the water being bitter? Then the Most High told them throw the wood in the water.
Okay.
And made it sweet.
Okay, and why? What was that all about? Like, what's the
whole point?
Science behind that? What's the virtue behind that? There's science in the Bible now.
When you obey the Lord, the words taste sweet. I don't know. Life is sweet when you obey. I don't know.
Nah, that's what your pastor would tell you. Your pastor would tell you, just pray, don't take the medicine, pray, and God will take care of you.
Right.
But somebody had to learn skill on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had to learn medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the skills was making water sweet. Mm-hmm. Right?
If I may,
so what
sir,
is this talking about? Go ahead.
That has anything to do with like chemistry or something?
Don't get too spooky on me now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no hokey pocus. This is actual skills.
Add sugar to the water.
Utilizing what God made us. He said, add what?
Add sugar to the water. I don't know.
I mean, that's a good guess. You know what I'm saying?
Was it with Moses and the stick? Is that the right reference?
That's the analogy. That's what he's referring to, right? Was it not the water made sweet with wood?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Where was that?
If somebody want to find it, I can pull it up. You know what I'm saying?
Like, is there more context in that if I go to that?
I mean, you could go to it. Yeah, you can go to it. Okay. Yeah, I'll give y'all some time. No sweat. You know what I'm saying? We're going to use our brains today. You know what I'm saying? This is an Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. I see some answers in here. Says using the sugar cane. Sugar cane is not, is it wood? Sugar cane ain't wood, is it? Yeah, it is wood. I don't know. But no, it's not talking about sugar cane. Taking something natural and making something out of it needed for life. Right. That's what they did. Right. But what is the use? Why are they getting wood? Right? Most people will not just chop down some random tree and put it in their water. Your water gonna taste nasty. What is the use of this? Using the plant that the Most High put here? No. Which is, I mean, that's true, right? The Most High did put it here.
Oh, that's like sweeten your medicine.
But somebody knew what it was used for. He said, sweeten your medicine.
Like how they have the different flavor medicines.
Go ahead, Soda.
Is it has to do with like being a physician from those times?
Nope. Right? The topic is physician, what we talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And from 1 all the way to this verse, it's talking about your doctor, right? And it mentions how the Lord, all right, and it mentions how the Lord created your doctor to understand skill, to understand medicine, right? And it referring to how wood was used to make water sweet, to let you know that men understood skill. They had skill and wisdom to use certain things on this earth. Now, what is it talking about when it says it's water and wood? What is that talking about? He said, what's the question again? Can you read that verse one more time, young man?
Ecclesiasticus 38:5. Was not water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known?
I'm confuzzled. I don't know.
No sweat. All right, what does that mean, y'all? I'm gonna give y'all
a minute.
Minute too long, right? We got too much. I'll give y'all 30 seconds, right? More time? Yeah, one more time. Let me know. Count down.
It's the riddle of the night.
Also, I'm gonna give it to Trooper Kanat.
Sorry.
And I hope you get it right, Trooper Kanat. I hope you get it right. Listen, if you get it right, I gotta give you something. Hold on. Let me see what I got for you.
The dice.
The dice. That's sentimental right there. Hold on. What I got for you, Kanat?
Nothing but a Most High in Christ.
You said what?
I said nothing but a Most High in Christ. That's all I need.
Most High in Christ.
If I get it wrong.
All right, so time's up, yo. I see your answers. He says plant to make medicine good. Did it have something to do with using the root of the tree? I said, y'all, big up to my nigga, man. All right, y'all. So go ahead, Trooper Kanat. What you have for me? I hope you get it right, man.
I don't know. So you put me on the spot now. You done put me. I done switched my answers about 2 times. Now you know. I don't even know.
My bad, Warrior. So y'all want me to give y'all the answer?
For time's sake, sir.
All right, for time's sake, somebody look up charcoal. What is charcoal? Somebody look up what is charcoal.
The thing you can brush your teeth with. Or for the fire.
Somebody look up charcoal. Also, yeah, I gave it away. God damn. Oh, man. Damn right, Pre. Yeah, God. Water filter, right? Water filter. Right? To purify water. Did you look up charcoal?
I don't think I got the right thing.
Oh, no sweat.
Go ahead.
Somebody give me that. Somebody give me
Slakia, sir.
Not the def or how it's made or where it comes from. Somebody said Slakia.
Slakia. Off the top of my head, charcoal is a filtration they use in water filter that, remove the particles and the minerals, certain minerals, so it'll be drinkable.
Give the brother a hand, right? Charcoal comes from burnt wood, right? Yes. Now, of course, it's not some just average, wood that you burn, but that's where charcoal comes from, right? Of course, the carbon in it, you let it, put whatever you need to do, and then boom, 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 right? By charcoal is how you're able to purify water. If you own a Bria, right? Bria is the pure water purifier. They have a little piece of charcoal in it. Some of them that you can buy online have a piece of charcoal in it, right? The charcoal that's used in it is because it purifies your water. When it says it was made sweet, meaning it was made able to drink by first purifying it with the wood. Well, guess what? Somebody had to learn that skill, right? Somebody had to learn that. You dig what I'm saying? Our ancestors wasn't, like I said, primitive. They understood skill. You get what I'm saying? Well, guess what? Your doctor understands medicine. Because somebody had to go to let me get this plant, mix it with this, see what this do. All right, my headache is gone. Let me get this. Let me go in the lab, get this prescription. All right, my back pain is gone. You know what I'm saying? They understand the medication and how long and how many medication you need to take because they were given that skill. You know what I'm saying? Man is blessed with skill. Not to sit around and pray for things to happen. Get up off your behind and make it happen. Right? Be the miracle that you want to see. Right? You want a miracle? Well, guess what? Get off your behind and make it happen. Go into that doctor and poof, your miracle will happen. All right, everybody understand?
Most High in Christ.
we gonna drop that, and then the last few minutes. What time is it?
8:23.
8:23. Let's jump into the Sabbath joint real quick. If we have enough time. Damn right. Officer Atizal said that's science in the Bible. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? People talk about there is no science in the Bible. Yeah, so guess what? There is science in the Bible. Right? God understands this earth. He created everything. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to go out and learn it. All right? That doctor went out there and learned it. So now he's giving you the medication to heal your behind. Go to the doctor. Go, please. All right? So yeah, let's get now. Next topic I want to touch on is the Sabbath. We might not have time to touch on that. Damn. Most shit. Lord be with you, sis. You know what I'm saying? You and your family. You know what I'm saying? Damn right. The Lord, as long as you serve the Most High, man, everything's gonna be straight. She go do her checkups, go and see that doctor. You know what I'm saying? And Lord allow, the Lord will get her through. You know what I'm saying? So most importantly, make sure we do what's our due diligence to do by going and having those checkups. Don't just sit on your behind and pray to God as if he's some genie in the bottle. You know what I'm saying? God is not your personal genie. Sorry to break it to you. Your wish is not your command. Get up off your behind, man. All right? So let's get that Sabbath real quick. Matthew 12, right? It was?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Matthew 12, what verse was it? You wanted to grab?
I think 4. 4.
12 and 4. We started at verse 1. Somebody give me Matthew 12 and verse 1, Baba Kashar.
Okay. All right. Salaki, sir.
All right, you got to worry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. The book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, Yahushua went on the Sabbath day through the corn, and his disciples were in hunger, and began to pluck the ears of the corn and to eat. But when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto him, Behold, thy disciples do that which is not lawful to do upon the Sabbath.
Right, so Christ is out teaching, doing the work, right? While he out there, he get hungry. It just so happened to be that it's the Sabbath day, right? It's a Sabbath day. He hungry. He gonna do what any other regular person would do. Go get something to eat while they hungry, right? So while he hungry, he went to go to the field where corns is at, plucking the ear of the corn, meaning grabbing the cob from the stem, plucking that joint, and getting down on that corn, munching. You know what I'm saying? And the Pharisee sees him, and he's like, man, this guy is working a little too hard on the Sabbath day. You dig what I'm saying? They're like, hold on, he's doing a little too much. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to what they call it? You're supposed to Sabbath prep, right? That's what they call it?
Sabbath prep.
You're supposed to prep the day before and put your sandwich in the on your the dashboard of your car. Hey, it's out there. I'm telling you, people be saying, listen, man. All right. So let's continue. All right. These Pharisees is trying to check Christ about the Sabbath, right? So continue on.
But he said unto them, Have you not read what David did when he was in hunger, and they were when he was in hunger, and they that were with him, how he entered into the house of the power, and did eat of the showbread.
And did eat of what?
The showbread.
Right, the showbread, right? The showbread. What is the showbread? Do anybody know what showbread is and what it's used for?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
It's the bread for the Levitical priest.
Right.
The priest ate the bread.
Right. Specifically for the priest. Right. It's written of in the law where the priests, during every service, they had to make sure that they had a piece of bread or a loaf of bread, whatever, on their table. Right. The significance was to show that the priests are being taken care of. Because remember, the Levites did not have an inheritance, meaning they didn't have a land, right? Their dwelling was amongst the other tribes. You get what I'm saying? And the way that they was taken care of was from the people. So to know that they were taken care of, you will place that bread right there. And only the priest can touch that bread, right? It's the same thing today, right? Your salary from your governor and your senator, who you think is coming from?
People.
It's coming from you, right?
Their salary you're talking about. Yeah.
Their salary,
tax dollars.
right?
Yeah.
Your tax dollars is what's paying. Who pays your senators and your governors and your politicians? Your tax dollars. You pay them. You make sure that your politicians are taken care of, right? Because their job is supposed to make sure that they're maintaining the affairs of that state. You get what I'm saying? Well, the priest's job was to maintain the affairs of the Most High, like the Sabbath service, high holy days, sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? And your taxes, well, not technically taxes, but your money will go to the priest, right? Your food, your showbread, your sacrifice, all of that will go to the priest. You will take care of the priest. Why they take care of you? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So the showbread was used as a showing that the priest was taken care of, right? Now, one time, David was hungry, right? It's written in the law that nobody's supposed to touch his bread. But David, running from Saul, right? This is when he was on a run from Saul, right? He was hungry, went into the temple, right? Or went to where the priest is at, right? Went in there, in his hunger, ate the showbread.
Just took off with the bread.
Nah, he ain't just run off now. He ain't run off on the plug like that. God. Right. He ended up getting the bread. They seen him eating the bread and all that. You dig what I'm saying? He ate the showbread, right? Now, Christ is bringing this up in regards to him, to the Pharisees trying to check him about the Sabbath, right? Continue on.
What kind? Which was not lawful for him to eat, neither for them which were with him, but only for the priests. Or have you not read that? It's like, have you not read in the law how that on the Sabbath day the priests in the temple profane the Sabbath and are blameless? But I say unto you that in this place is one greater than the temple.
Right. Now, what is the spirit behind what Christ is saying? Why is he bringing up the fact that David ate the showbread that belongs to the priest, right? And the priest was blameless for that. They was not in trouble for that, even though it was against the law, right? According, right? Against the law, right? Why did he bring that up with the fact he was out there eating on the Sabbath as well?
Wasn't he the king at that time?
Who, Christ?
No, David.
Oh, no, he wasn't the king yet. He was anointed, but he wasn't, solidified. What's the spirit behind what Christ is saying? If you can understand what spirit he's in and saying this, then you can understand why it's ridiculous for somebody to put a sandwich on their damn dashboard to heat it up for the Sabbath day, right? You can understand why this is ridiculous for somebody to not to damn heat up their stove to get something to eat on the Sabbath day and just sit there and starve. I kind of gave the answer, but what was the spirit behind what Christ was saying?
So like he was saying that they didn't understand the scriptures.
Damn right. They didn't understand the scriptures. What didn't they understand, Kanat?
That the Lord made the Sabbath for man and not man for the Sabbath.
Give the brother a hand, right? The thing is this, right? The Lord did not make the Sabbath for you to be a slave unto the Sabbath. Now you have to worship it and kill yourself if you're not maintaining it. right? God is not the God of the dead, right? He don't expect you to die, right? Like he said in the scriptures, right? Why should you die, oh Israel? I'm paraphrasing in Ezekiel, right? Live ye Israel, I'm paraphrasing, right? He's not requiring you that you die, right? The Sabbath was not made for you to be some Jewish man and not eat all day. That's how our oppressor does it, right? But what the Sabbath is established for is for you to get your day off. If you want to eat on the Sabbath and turn on your stove, you can do so. There's nothing wrong with that. You get what I'm saying? Because the Sabbath is made for you to enjoy, right? It's your day off. You get what I'm saying? But the Lord is trying to let you know that you can eat on the Sabbath. You can, turn on your stove. You can cook whatever you want to cook on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? And I'll further break this down, but for time's sake. But basically, that's what he's saying. You can cook on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But with that, man, since we out of time, man, I'm gonna end the class. Why to everybody that hop on, you know what I'm saying? Big up, Trooper Canuck, Young Man Carvel, all the brothers and sisters in the chat. Class will continue on same channel, ISUPK Florida. Please, Baba Kashad too, man. If y'all could, new channel alert, ISUPK Orlando. Right on YouTube. Subscribe, y'all. Baba Kashad, subscribe, hit the like button, share that joint. You know what I mean? Let's build up every zone, man. We got a precinct officer in Daytona, Jacksonville, Tampa, West Palm, and Orlando. So we trying to build up all these zones, man. So make sure y'all subscribe, y'all. So with that, shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Y'all do that?